Here we are, 2002 Elecrta Glide, and we are going to make some radical changes. I went like this, but they're actually going to be like this. Big changes to this stereo system. Obviously it's missing a wheel right now, but we're taking a 2006 Sportster wheel and putting it on this 2002 Elecrta Glide, doing some bearing changes right now down at Calbo Performance in Joliet. But we're going to do a little something different with this stereo, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Okay everybody, here are all the components that came in to transform this 2002 Elecrta Glide into a stereo machine. So I'm just going to kind of run through them. All of the parts are going to be listed in the below in the video here, so you don't have to write them down real quick. So we've got 4 Polk Audio DB692s. These are 450 watts a piece, and they come very nicely packaged. And those 4 Polk Audios are going to fit in these new saddlebag covers. Of course, you could buy the ones that have the one, but that wasn't going to cut it for this. So we got dueling ones. For the front, we've got a couple Polk Audio DB651s. These are really, really good speakers, and those are going to be powered by the head unit, but the 4 back 6x9s are going to be powered by this 600 watt Kenwood amp, which is really small. There's just a little bit of bling to go on there, but this little small 600 watt Kenwood amp is going to do the trick for those 6x9s. The other thing we got here is an adapter kit for the front fairing. You know, there's a number of different adapter kits to buy, but spend the extra $10 and don't let a dime get in the way of $1 and get a good kit. I'm also going to list below where I purchased all these items and what the costs were. You're also going to need an aftermarket stereo installation kit, which I bought. You're also going to need the handlebar interface, which I got there. And then there is the JVC head unit that is going to be powering the 2 front speakers and then sending off to the amp in the back. And you can see there's lots of inputs and pre-outs and everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun putting this all together. Hey, another nice thing that came with these bags here are a bag that you can use to actually cover them in the weather. There's some nice bags in here. I'll show you once I get it all together. But everything on here was either purchased from Amazon, Crutchfield, eBay, or onlinestereo.com. And again, I'm going to list everything out, the cost, the details, everything at the bottom of this. So hopefully in the next 24 hours, this bike will be all back together and I'm going to be rocking like we're at a concert. So here's your stock stereo. It's a 2002, just all standard, whatever. It's got the 2 5¼ inch speakers up front. We also bought all the trim kits. We're going to put that on there and really dress thing up. You can see those covers are going to get changed out, and I'm going to show you the new ones in a minute. So we're going to make a little bit of adjustment going on back here too. So this is going to be a sweet setup once it's done. So I'll be back and we'll do some videos in process. Okay, we're about an hour later and things look a little bit different on this motorcycle. Took off the seat, the side cover, the gas tank, the saddlebag on the right side of the bike. Took off the ignition switch, this cover here, the fairing, which takes 4 screws, 1, and there's another one so you guys see down there, another one down there, 3 and 4. Then the whole fairing pops off. A little tip when you're taking the fairing off, take off your windshield and any bag you have on the inside and put this screw back in and have it hold the fairing so until you're ready to take it off, so that way you can balance the whole thing out this way. Simply unplug the headlight, super easy, and then you got a pile of parts over there. So this thing, the reason we took the tank off, because when you're going to run this amp, you want to be able to run all the wires up through the raceway so they're all nice, you don't see them. You want to be able to get to the battery cleanly, and it just makes for a hell of a lot more room to be able to work on a motorcycle. It only took about 30 minutes to strip this thing all the way down to about what a chop shop would do before they parted it out. So probably take an hour to put back together, half hour to take apart, but we're going to be on the next step. Looks like we got some infinities in here from the get-go, some 5032s. I don't know what those are, but we're going to be replacing those for sure. And this big monster stock head unit, bye-bye. There we go. I'm going to start right there. So, all right, we'll be back in a flash, and I'll show you some along the ways as I'm doing along the way. Oh, and I want to tell you, this is one thing I didn't anticipate taking off the gas tank, is this line going from tank to tank. Being one person, that was a freaking mess, because I didn't really know what to do, and I wasn't prepared for that, and I was kind of committed by the time that happened. So, all right, here we go. Difference between the two head units, you can see there's a significant size difference. Since it's about 8,000 degrees in my garage, I thought I would wire up the head unit inside. This Maestro SW-HD1 kit to get the throttle controls for the aftermarket radio, this is the way to go. It is so simple. You just go online, you plug in your bike information, and you pull off a wiring diagram. It's very easy. And I got this JVC head unit. I even got the JVC wiring diagram out just to make sure. And every color matches up 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. The only wires that are different size are the remote steering wheel coming out of the Maestro unit to the JVC. And I'm not using these. These are just the second set of front speaker wires, because the head unit's only going to drive those 6.5 Polk Audios, and then I'm going to use the preamps to go into the Kenwood amp to drive the 4 6x9s. So, hey, don't feel overwhelmed at all about wiring up this Maestro steering wheel control. It's actually pretty simple. I'm no electrician, obviously, and some of you, I'm sure, will, you know, complain that I'm not soldering, but using these connections. I'm going to tape them up, zip tie them, make them look all good, but it was actually pretty easy to do. All right, into the sweltering heat. All right, this is the exciting part. Things are going to start to go back together. I just kind of wanted to run through what I got on the table. Tell you what, carrying all this stuff from upstairs to downstairs, it's going to add some weight to the bike, but I think the benefit's going to be way more. So powering up this unit is going to be the JVC KDX33 MBS head unit. And that head unit is only going to power these Polk Audio DB691s. Now I'm going to list everything on what it is, the model numbers, where I bought it from, how much I paid for it, down in the description below on this video. So you don't need to write anything down if you want to duplicate it or review what I've done. So the head unit is just going to run the two 6.5 inch front fairing speakers. And I tell you, you got to get these. These are the conversion kits to go from the smaller stock fairing speakers up to a 6.5. Don't skimp on them. Pay the extra $5 or $6 for the better ones. You'll be better off. And then out of the head unit into the amp via the preamps is going to be this Kenwood 600 watt amplifier. Now that is going to run these 4 Polk Audio 6x9s, which are going to be put into these saddlebag tops. These are really nice. I mean, they've got the covers that go on them. They come with all the tools, all the things necessary. It even comes with these 2 bags, which are weatherproof bags that go over it if you happen to be stuck out in some rain or storing it overnight outside. Those are pretty nice dust covers, and I didn't not know those were going to be included. But this is everything I bought, and it's all going to start to go into what looks just like a heap of junk right now, but it hopefully it'll be back together tonight. I'm going to take some videos along the way and kind of show you the progress. Well, I got the front Polk in, and I actually had to do a little modification to the existing I don't know, whatever you call it, holder of the speaker. You can see here
right here, there's a tab on this adapter, and I had to grind away a little bit of material so this fits. It took a little bit of doing, but it's gonna go. It goes in very well. And there's Zoe. What's up, Z? Yeah, this isn't very interesting to you. Alright, I'm going to put the second one in now. And it actually goes in real nicely. You can't really tell from the lighting in here. But 3 screws hold it on, and it seems like it's real secure. This JVC is just going to slide right in there. And then it's going to use the 2 holes on each side. You got to finagle this in there a little bit. You got to kind of go in sideways and get it in eventually. I'm going to mess around with it and get it in there. It goes in pretty easy, but I'll be right back. Alright, we're back again. I got the head unit in. I got everything buttoned up and zip tied, and the hand controls are working fine. You know, I meant to show this before. I've got one of the saddlebag covers on, and to change them out, you've got your Harley strap that holds the original top on. So you take off those 2 screws and you flip it all the way down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little Torx, and I don't know what size they are, T15. So the easiest way to do it is leave this in this position on your table, and then take those little Torx out, but don't remove them. Just let them stay in there, and there's a little metal plate on the bottom. Just let it stay in that position. Put the little plate on the new one, line it up, and then tighten them back down. Because it is a pain in the ass when this thing flips up and those little screws go flying. Believe me, it's already happened to me. Well, I got the head unit in, and it's working. We're paused right now because of video mode, but it actually went in very nicely. I need to clean up all the wiring, but I'll be back in a little bit. I wanted to show you what we had going on here. Alright, there's the one saddlebag cover, and here's the other one. Before I bolted this down, I wanted to show it to you. So those Polk Audios fit right in there, and then this is going to go on top. It's going to snap in, and then it comes with new straps. Unfortunately, you can't use the old Harley strap. I tried to, but because of the speakers, you got to use that, and it comes with all the hardware. So it's going to look sharp, and it's going to sound even better. Alright, all done. It's been a couple of weeks since the install, and I wouldn't change a thing other than the bike being dirty right now, so don't criticize me too much for that. Everything is done. Saddlebag speakers are working out great. It was super important to take the tank off and everything so you could get all the wires under there. All I did was just electric take those and zip tied them up nicely, but everything is hidden real well. If you really get in there and look, you might be able to see a speaker wire, or maybe not. But the install went perfect. And hey, for 30 bucks or 35 bucks, get the trim ring kit. Makes all the difference in the world, really dresses it up. The handlebar controls work out great. I can't do Bluetooth right now because I'm holding my phone. So I think I just have an FM station on right now. Handlebar controls are clutch. Spend the extra money and get that. Honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. This thing is so freaking loud, and it sounds so clear and so good. Set your preamps out, and you're golden. I mean, I'd turn it up loud, but you can't really hear it or pay attention to it because it's a video. But you'll be real happy with this. If you do exactly what I did, or you want to do something a little different, I will tell you, for the money, you will not be disappointed. And there is no question, unless you're going up against somebody that's spent just a stupid amount of money on their stereo, yours is gonna haul ass. Hey, another thing real quick, I know I mentioned it before, but when you get a stereo, make sure you get one that's backlit, because if you don't,
you're not going to be able to see it. And this is a marine grade speaker or stereo. Most of them are, but you'll be real happy with it if you're looking to put a stereo in and spend under $1,000. This is without question the way to go. And again, down below are all of the descriptions of what I bought, where I bought it, how much I paid for it. And hey, hope this was helpful for you. So thanks and have a great day.